Improving engagement with subscribers is a key objective for any business that relies on email marketing. But with so many email messages competing for attention, how can you stand out? One strategy gaining traction is vulnerability. Showing your human side, admitting mistakes, and being honest with subscribers can make a big difference. But what exactly is vulnerability in email marketing, and why is it relevant to email engagement? This guide looks more closely at vulnerability in email marketing and provides useful insights on how to leverage it to enhance engagement. You'll also learn some common mistakes to avoid and find out why understanding your audience is crucial. Understanding vulnerability in email marketing. When it comes to email marketing, vulnerability means showing readers that you're human and fallible, just like they are. It means sharing personal stories and experiences, admitting mistakes and failures, and being transparent and honest with your audience. Showing vulnerability as a business has a number of benefits. Being more open humanizes your brand, which builds trust with your audience and makes it easier for people to relate to and empathize with your mission. Vulnerability also makes you sound more authentic, which is key in today's environment. Ultimately, being vulnerable makes you seem genuine as a business and helps you stand out in a crowded marketplace. All of this can lead to higher open and click-through rates, increased customer loyalty, and more positive customer feedback and reviews. Here are a few examples of how individuals or organizations can use vulnerability to boost engagement. A fitness coach can share their own struggles with weight loss and offer tips for overcoming similar challenges. A business owner can reveal a personal story about a time when they failed and the lessons learned. A nonprofit organization can share stories about how they adjusted their strategies to overcome challenges and better serve people. These examples show the potential of using vulnerability in email marketing, but if you need some inspiration, there are several strategies that can help. Strategies for incorporating vulnerability into email marketing. 1. Share personal stories. Sharing personal experiences that your readers can identify with is one of the simplest ways to show vulnerability. Did you struggle with a certain issue in the past? Did you try a certain strategy and fail? Is there a challenge you're currently facing? Whatever your experiences are, being honest will help to build a connection with your audience. 2. Acknowledge mistakes. No one is perfect, and admitting to your mistakes can actually make you more relatable and trustworthy. Taking responsibility for errors demonstrates a commitment to making things right and can help retain customers. By offering a sincere apology and solution, you show you value their business. 3. Be transparent and honest. Whether it's providing a glimpse into your business operations or being upfront about any potential limitations of your products or services, transparency and honesty will make your business appear more authentic. 4. Share feedback. Sharing the feedback you receive from your audience and demonstrating how you plan to address it is a powerful way to show vulnerability. This shows your audience that you value their thoughts and are striving to improve their experience. Being open to change and promising to make the necessary improvements ultimately strengthens your relationship with your audience and builds trust over time. 5. Focus on customer needs. Ultimately, vulnerability in email marketing means prioritizing the needs and interests of your customers. This involves actively listening to feedback and being open to adjusting your approach. Whether you need to refine your products or services or update your content offerings, addressing the desires of your customers demonstrates humility and a willingness to learn from them. Common mistakes to avoid. While vulnerability can be a powerful asset, it's easy to misuse it. Here are some common mistakes to steer clear of. 1. Overusing vulnerability. It's important to strike the right balance between sharing information and being too open. Overdoing it can give off vibes of being fake or desperate for attention. If you share personal stories too frequently, it can come off as narcissistic or clingy. While it's important to show authenticity, try not to overshare or force an emotional connection. Try to find the right balance. 2. Using vulnerability to manipulate your audience. Try not to use vulnerability as a manipulative tactic to gain sympathy or sales. For example, if you frequently mention that your business is family-owned and claim that you require customer loyalty in order to survive, it can come across as manipulative and desperate. 3. Not understanding your audience's values. Before using vulnerability, it's important to understand your audience's values. What some people find engaging and relatable may be irrelevant or even off-putting to others. For example, sharing your mental health struggles might resonate with an audience that values authenticity, but it could be seen as unprofessional or inappropriate for an audience that values productivity and keeping emotions in check. Truly understanding your audience means you can use vulnerability more effectively in a way that connects with them emotionally and supports your brand's image. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can use vulnerability in your email marketing campaigns to build deeper connections with your audience and drive engagement. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. The display of vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It shows you're not afraid to be honest and transparent, which is crucial for establishing a more trustworthy brand image. When using vulnerability in your email communications, remember to avoid the mistakes mentioned earlier and don't try to fake it. Most people will see through this, leading to a loss of credibility. Exposing your more vulnerable side can feel intimidating, but when you strike the right tone, it can boost engagement and enhance your reputation. Why not occasionally take a risk and share your vulnerability with your audience?